And what was the top ranking answer?
Well, the top ranking was actually kind of romantic, because the top ranking was we don't have no connection with that person. But also the other answers included alcohol, STD, bad hygiene or sickness. And a few people mentioned white socks, so someone really doesn't like white socks.
Is anyone wearing white socks right now? Yes, okay, so sorry, you're not getting late tonight.
Yeah, but also interesting is that only one person mentioned menstruation, which was maybe unexpected, I don't know.
And probably it was Andrei, right? So in '93, these were the answers. 3 of the women in the questionnaire said that they would give up sex for duchovny razvoj, spiritual, yes, for their spiritual awakening. One would do it if their partner wanted it, and one said any kind of disease, AIDS or whatever. That was '93. 6 wouldn't give up sex under no condition. And 1 didn't understand the question and doesn't know the answer, so Tatiana, read carefully next time. The second question was, what was your longest period without having sex while you were in a relationship? And what does the data say on this?
Most of the people actually answered 1 month. That's it.
It's very good, no? You didn't clean the kitchen, so you're not getting it for a month, I guess. That's reasonable. You had quite a kitchen situation yourself in the past week.
I will not talk about it.
Okay. 1 month she will be cranky, I think. On average. The third question, how often do you have sex, actually?
And most of the people answered a few times a week, so yay! Yeah.
And the other answers?
Only 1 person does it more times per day. Well done.
Is probably the person that didn't understand masturbation isn't an option. So the table of the guys, probably.
Yeah, but mostly actually a few times a week. Yeah, everything is or anything around like 2 times a week. Yeah.
Did we have any extreme answers, like a year or?
Actually, no. Yeah.
Everybody's having sex. Big round of applause for you. You're not going to be clapping when we come to condom use. Number 4. Tell us 3 things that you most often do while having sex.
Like every time when you ask me something that I feel like you're asking me.
Yeah, I do. I am.
So, the questioner said...
There's wine there, Matteo.
Oh, where's the next glass? Oh, perfect.
Have one and tell me more.
Yeah, so almost everyone wrote down oral sex. But also, so 17 answers for oral sex, and a lot of...
Applause, I think that calls for applause. Oral sex, most popular.
Yeah, but also a lot of fingering.
Why do you think fingering is so high up on the...
Ask the people that.
What's with the fingering, guys?
Yeah, anal sex, only 5. And there are some
The
things...
front row, and too much.
And there's a little bit of foot fetish, watching porn, rimming, a little bit of everything. There's also drgnjenje and grizanje. I'm not Slovene, so I don't know what it means.
Biting and rubbing.
Biting and rubbing.
Mutual masturbation, how many?
Just a few. Yeah, only 2.
Okay, fucking, I guess that's for women only, because anal, we don't know, no, we don't know. Okay.
We're not sure about that.
We're in the dark about the sex of the people. Okay, well, let's see what they did in 93. 10 out of 16 oral sex, 10 caressing and kissing all over the body. 6 said they are stimulating their clitoris with fingers. 4 practice tribalism. Yes? Okay, the lesbians know. 2 practice mutual masturbation, so it's the same. And 2 actually penetrate. I think we have the same, no? Penetration? 2 fucking, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another pretty name for fucking is penetration. And when you are cheating, and they actually in 93 they wrote the question as a fact, you know, it's not like if you're cheating, it's like when you are cheating, because literally if you're in a lesbian relationship, it's gonna happen one day or another. So tell us more about what you do if you do different things in
well,
bed.
actually most of the people here were either nice or lying, so most of the people wrote down that they're not cheating.
It's like not cheating?
Yeah.
How many?
9.
And
Which is almost hard.
okay. And how many do cheat and do?
A few of them confirmed that they cheated, and they just wrote down that it was wilder and that they were touching the other person more.
You should talk, guys. Couples should talk. 6th question. Oh, let's also from 93, 5 of the lesbians did something else in bed. They didn't tell what they did. 5, they said they just do the same thing, which is probably fingering. And well, it was so high up on the answers. And 6, they said, well, I don't cheat, Natasha. They're gonna kill me. Natasha, Tatiana Greif, and Susanna Tratnik, I am joking. Okay, I had to state this. Okay, how... no, of course. 6, question 6, how long has your longest relationship lasted? Trick question though, because it's with a woman, right? Yeah, so with a woman.
Yeah, this one was quite dispersed. I mean, most people wrote down 3 years, which is a lot actually, but a lot of them,
No judging.
a lot of them also said never.
Ah, they never been in a relationship.
Apparently, with a woman.
We have a
Yeah, the question was with a woman. Yeah, right.
Also, I think a lot of young people were in the survey now. In 93, average relationship length was 4.9 years, so it's getting, I guess it's, yeah, you know, faster lives, everything is so fast nowadays, so that's probably the reason. Things are getting crazy, so many choices, you know. The least duration, the duration that was the least long was 1 year, and the longest one was 13 torturing years. Number 7. With how many women did you have sex?
Most of them said 0. More than half of them, but also a few wrote. It was 3 of them who had more than 10 partners, and the rest of the people are somewhere in the middle.
Okay, so, but okay, 3 people, 4.
Yeah, it's either never or a few of them have a lot, but all of the others are in the middle.
So like 10 plus people. How big is this plus? I'm dying to know. Okay. Number 8, when? You know, it's all about the timing with the lesbians, and also if you're doing anal with the gays. So when do you usually have sex?
The most popular is at night, which more like half of the people wrote down, but also morning, that comes right after it. And there was a few of the people who also noted that for them it's not important when.
So 7 of the lesbians in '93 had sex just before or even during sleep. 3 stated that noon is actually the best time, so 12
We had
o'clock.
only one.
Yeah, so like, you know, the ringing of the church bells. That's the calling.
Well, we did have one that wrote down only Sundays in the morning, so that's ours.
The parents are in the church, the house is empty, perfect. So 2 do it in the morning, and 3 also said, time is not important, timing is not important. The next question is, how long does your average sexual intercourse last?
So most of the people answered up to 30 minutes, but also up to 45, we could say, most of the people do.
Wow, so, you know, this society is so speeding up, because in '93, the average length of the sexual intercourse was 2 hours. Yeah, 1 hour and a half was just persuading, you know, like, that's okay, we don't have to call Susanna, it's okay if it's just us. And the least, just one answer had half an hour, and the longest one was 3 hours, and that was including the fight and the tears afterwards. The 10th question, how long has the longest sexual intercourse you ever had in your life?
Well, we are better with this one, because most of the people said longer than 3 hours.
Anyone care to comment? How many hours longer than 3 hours? How old were you when you had sex with a woman for the first time? Matea. Question mark.
Well, most of the people said again that they never had sex with women, but most of them actually had more than 20 years.
So would you say that the ones who never had sex with a woman are missing out on something? You're the expert. In '93, 14 years was the lowest. The highest age of the first sex was 24, and the average 18 and a half. So we're doing fine, no?
Because the lowest here that we got was 14.
14, so yeah.
It's kind of average.
Well, just try and keep it above 14, right? Live a little as a kid as well. Number 12, how old were you when you had sex with a male partner for the first time?
Well, here, like when we're talking about women, most of the people wrote down more than 20, but with men, that changes and it comes earlier, so it's between 14 to 16 years old.
How many?
10 people, so basically half.
6 guys and then 4 women as well. Actually, in '93, 14 of the 16 women that participated in the survey did have sex with a male partner. The lowest, it's number 12, no? Yeah. So the lowest age was also lower than with a woman, 13 years. And then again, for the highest age was 22, so again lower than with women. Yeah, I don't know what to say, decide for women earlier than men. Number 13, 13. Did you keep on having sex with men even after you already had or tried sex with a woman?
Almost three quarters of the people answered no to that question.
Wait.
Read the question once again.
So, they had sex with men they didn't want to have sex with men anymore after they tried to be a woman?
I think so.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. So only the gay guys said, of course, yes. Actually, the situation in '93 was quite different. 14 out of 16 kept on having sex with male partners even after their first experience with a woman. 2 didn't. Good for you. So that's quite a big difference, no? I think we're getting somewhere. It took us 20 years, but hey, 25. How long is your current relationship with a woman?
That's question 14, right?
We have 6 zeros from the boys' table. Or is anyone in a relationship with a woman? Who's the woman, Andrei? So,
is that the question 14?
it's the question, so how long is your, 14.
14.
The period, the last year of the relationship?
Well, we had a few who are in longer relationships, like more than 3 years. About 15 of the people wrote down that they're not in a relationship.
Okay. Many
so they're either searching, yeah.
they pointed out searching in the questionnaire as well.
That would be my interpretation.
Okay, but we have a Misa Šlatamo party afterwards, so let's keep it open, no? In '93, the longest relationship, 13 years times 6, that's a whole lifetime in straight years. The shortest was 1 month, and the average was 4.4 years. One of them wasn't in a relationship. Okay, so let's do it like it was in '93, no? One of them is not in a relationship currently. Hello, Susanna. Number 15. Do you have sex outside of the bed as well? And where?
Almost 100% answered yes. And the places we got were washing machine, forest, toilet and shower were really very often mentioned, kitchen, table, car, park bench, and a lot of people saying basically everywhere.
We have also more means of transportation there.
Yeah.
Cars.
There are also train, cars.
Having sex on the Slovenian train. Kudos. It's the one that was lasting 5 hours probably. Actually, you know, in '93, I guess not many of the lesbians had cars. So, just guessing, 13 said that they have sex elsewhere, and 3, they said no, just us in our apartment. And from the ones that had sex outside of their bed, 8 had sex on the floor. Wow. Just in front of the bed, on the floor. So imaginative. 3 did it standing up in front of the bed. Wow, imaginative. 4 had sex in the shower or in the bathtub. Big differentiation. And 1 had sex on the balcony. 4 had sex in a car. So yeah, actually 4 lesbians had a car in '93. Do you use sex toys? And which sex toys do you use, Matea?
Almost everyone said yes, and most of the people wrote down dildos, but I will read you the rest. Butt plug, ropes, nipple clamps, strap-on, vibrator, Venus balls, cock ring, handcuffs, gloves, whips, chains, masks. So a lot of different stuff.
How many butt plugs? 2. 3 butt plugs, front row. Big round of applause. Actually, in '93, the girls were a bit more conservative, or there was not many Venera shops around Ljubljana at that time. So they said like half of them didn't use any sex toys, and half of them do use sex toys. And yeah, well, they are speaking about the philosophical meaning of toys in lesbian sex, and we're going to talk about that. I'm not the expert. But they said 3 used dildo, 4 vibrator, and 1 used Chinese balls. Chinese balls, yeah. And the big question, if you are not using sex toys, would you want to use them? And which sex toys would you want to use? Or if you're using them, and would you like to use something else, what would it be?
Not a lot of people answered to that question, so I'm guessing they were quite satisfied with the ones they were using. But they mentioned, there was a lot of dildos mentioning, but not only dildo, but double dildo and triple dildo. So just go and buy those dildos. But there were also handcuffs and other BDSM toys. A few people wrote all of them, and someone mentioned vegetables. Go and buy dildos rather.
Speaking about dildos, Mansa Koshir is with us. Why? Because on the first question we forgot to. I think there was quite a specific answer. What for one person would be the biggest turn off? What would keep them from having sex, if I remember the answer correctly. Ptui was also high up. Thank you for that. But I think the most interesting question, wait, just allow me to find it, was where White Sox? No existential crisis. Okay, so that's it. If the person wants to have sex in a meat shop while watching the news and Mansa Koshir. Wow! That person basically said, I'm getting laid in any occasion with anyone, because that person doesn't exist. Mansa Koshir, everyone. A big round of applause. Oh yeah. She's not a lesbian, calm down. Okay, number 17, I think, yeah. Do you masturbate? I think that was like 100%, I'm guessing.
One person said no.
Oh!
There is one.
That doesn't masturbate while in a relationship? Do we have a brave person, this brave person here that would like to join us on stage? We're really... I mean, probably is the one that said multiple times per day that is having sex with the partner. Because it's out of the question then. Number 18, do you fantasize during sex?
Well, 10 people said yes, but 12 people said no. So, so basically, yeah, it's pretty close.
Okay, so 11 fantasized during sex in '93. 5 didn't. So, like, a bit more, yeah. Anyway, in '93, actually, only half of the women masturbated while in a relationship. And, yeah, but the rest, what do you fantasize about? About whom?
Well, I can share what the people said, because we can basically put it in
because you're not going to share your thoughts, I know.
We could call this category animals/fantastic beasts.
Oh, let's keep it clean. It's not 9 o'clock yet.
There was a lot of people mentioning unicorns. So I don't know, I recommend you to try that. And also ladybugs, that also works.
It was a humorous question, no? I guess.
But actually one person wrote down about my partner, so yay.
Oh, it's the one who isn't masturbating. Great, good for for you, good for you. You know, the municipality of Ptuj, which is so hated, I guess, is offering... Oh yeah, I forgot to tell this. Actually, the municipality of Ptuj is offering a free wedding to a gay or lesbian couple or trans couple that wants to get married, because they want to promote equal rights for everyone. So if anyone is thinking about getting married, paid by the municipality of Ptuj, I'm the contact person, yes. Okay, let's see what they said in '93. Two of them have fantasies about their partners. So the numbers, yeah, the numbers dropped actually from '93 by 50%. But sometimes they include other people, you know? I think. Three never fantasized about the partner, and maybe, I don't know, now I'm confused. And four of them fantasized about their partner, sometimes with including other people, animals, or objects. Do you ever fake your orgasm? And why? And for the gay guys, it was also how the fuck do you do it?
Yeah, well, actually, I really wanted to read about that, but people were sticking to the only yes or no. Yeah, too bad. But actually, most of the people wrote no. No, I was also surprised.
Never. How many no's? How many yes?
16 no's, 7 yeses.
Okay, let's see. 93. 12 of them said never, and 4 of them said yes, sometimes professionally, you know. The main reason they kept the question open, they say they didn't want to disappoint their loving partner. So, yeah. Number 20, do you think orgasm is a must as a part of the sexual act?
It's actually similar like previous question. Most of the people said no.
No?
Yeah, 13 people no, yes, 9 people.
Okay, so very similar to 93, where 14 people thought that the orgasm, 14 women, because we had men this year, okay, hashtag inclusion. But yeah, very similar. 14 said that orgasm is not a necessary part of having sex, and only 2 said yes. And I know who said yes. Okay, number 21. Did you ever use any preservatives and condoms, anything to keep your sex safe, whatever it is?
Well, once again, we have one person who said no, so 99.9 people said yes.
But we have one virgin, right? So I guess using a condom would be very dodgy in this situation. For balloons. So 4 of them in 93, they have used a preservative or something to keep their safe sex, and 12 no. Number 22, would you... Sorry. Is the one. Would you not have sex with a person that is HIV positive, or would you say no to having sex with an HIV positive person?
This one was a little bit tricky, unfortunately. What we know for sure is that 3 people wrote down that they don't know. But the thing is that while asking the questions, while starting the questionnaire, the question is actually negative. So some people were replying with yes and no, but some people were replying with yes to both of it. So we cannot really know for sure what they said. So we know that 3 people are not sure. So that's it.
The 3 people are not sure, and the rest. Hey, welcome to 2017. 8 of the women in 93 would not have sex with an HIV positive person. 1 doesn't know probably what HIV is, and 7 said no, they wouldn't, but with a apostrophe, like only if it was true love, not a one-night stand. Yeah, I know, so lesbian. It was a questionnaire done in the pink bubble in '93, published in Revolver magazine. The comparative study was done by my wonderful partner, sexologist, and very private person, Matea. Yes, she's open, so stop barking. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you, Matea, for assisting me. If somebody has any more in-detail questions, I think Matea can offer the answers to all of your questions.
But I would invite you all to discuss those answers and your personal stuff over a little break.
Yeah, or even now, if someone wants to share another story. That's okay, 8 hours was enough. Yeah, we're closing up on being here 8 hours. We'll be here a bit more. And continuing, nadaljujemo z projekcijo filma Orlando. Orlando movie will be shown, I think, in around 20, how long do they need to discuss sex? Yeah, okay. On average, no? Thank you! Big round of applause for everyone who was in the survey. The answers will be published on the website with your pictures. So.